Well, guys, I was gonna update how the smoke went on the 250 gallon yesterday, but I was having storage issues on my phone, and I accidentally deleted the video I made for it. So I'm just gonna kind of run through some highlights of how things went yesterday. And so you can see she's all shined up. I got her oiled up, put a good coat of oil on her, some Pam High Grill heat oil all over it while it was hot yesterday. You can see all the grease down at the bottom. Smoking a pork butt and a brisket's a good way to season up your pit. Get it all greasy. I'll wash all that crap out of there next weekend. But for the most part, she ran like a dream. Did everything she was supposed to do. The weather conditions were real cold when I woke up that morning and started. It was about 25 degrees. It warmed up about 50 all day. About 1 o'clock midday, the wind picked up big time and kind of made things a little difficult. But after about 2 hours of high wind, everything died down and she went on to purring along, doing her thing. Did a damn good job. I got the firebox oiled up real good. And got oil burnt on there. Last time y'all saw this thing, it was gray. Now it's brown. Take the outside of that firebox. I had a bunch of, you'll see right there, some peanut oil left over from a turkey fry for Thanksgiving. That's what I poured all over this thing while I was burning down my coal bed. And then when I pulled my brisket off, I still had a pretty good fire in there. I did it again and made it look like cast iron. That'd make your firebox last a long time. A lot of people like to put paint and even the bold linseed oil, but if you take and you oil this thing down real good every time you use it, it'll last you a lifetime. I even cleaned out the firebox and oiled up the inside also. That way the inside gets treated a little bit, make it last a long time too. All that oil burn off when you gotta burn down your next coal bed. Just keep the doors open for a minute. But yeah, I put oil all over it, shined it up, and the brisket that came off of this was phenomenal, and so was the pork butt. It was real good. The highlights I would take away from it is there was a little bit of a learning curve as far as managing the fire. It took me a minute to find the right size splits, and I figured out what she really liked and went with it. But it could have been I'm not gonna say things went perfect the whole time. You know, there were some times where the heat spiked on me a little bit when I was putting too big of the logs in the beginning of the cook. But once I figured out what she liked, you know, I kept it a good 280 to 300, 275 ish, right in there, and the whole time, and never had much temp fluctuations. But I'll tell you what, 3 hour mark on this smoker versus the 3 hour mark on the old country is a whole different ball game. When I opened up that lid to check the meat, the 3 hour mark, it had some damn good color on it and a little bit of bark already forming. Every time I ever checked it like that on the old country, it was not quite that far along. So there's definitely more convection, more airflow, you know, and a better direct heat in this smoker than there is in the old country. And like I said, it came out with a more smoke flavor. Not a bad smoke flavor, but a good smoke flavor. And, you know, I'm still going to keep the old country and run it, you know, when I don't have a whole bunch of stuff to cook. But as far as my briskets go, for the most part, I think I'm going to do them on this from now on, even if it is just one brisket, because the end product was awesome. It came out good. It was a mix of white oak and red oak, but it came out good. But I like the way that firebox is looking. It's nice and dark. That oil's done burnt on there real good. Done gave it a real good finish. Everything's, once that oil gets on there, it gets sticky. You know, you won't have no rust or much rust to deal with. And it's pretty much how it went, man. Like I said, I wish I wouldn't have deleted the video. I could have bring you through the whole process. But I'll do another one here one of these days and bring y'all through. I'm just bummed out that I accidentally deleted that damn video. But it is what it is. And for you guys that are at home, don't think you can do this kind of thing in your backyard like I did. You can do it. I encourage you to go for it. It's not hard. There's plenty of videos on YouTube kind of guide you on how to lay outdoors and all that. That kind of thing. And excuse me. But you can do it, man. All you need is some blocks, levels, and squares. Maybe a tractor. In the last video, I put all the tools in that I used, but this thing runs like a champ. I can't wait to keep on using it. But I guess while I got y'all here, I'll give you my thinking around it. But I like the oversized fire boxes because I like to start my fire out up here in the front. Then by the time I get to the end of the cook, I'm about right in here. There's a sweet spot. And having a big firebox like that, you can just reach back there with your shovel, kind of pull it back a little bit if you need to, if you feel like it's getting too close, and that keeps some of the most extreme heat from coming in and crisping up your stuff. It enters in a little bit cooler. And the whole idea of why I put this plate in here is, open this other door up, get them both opened up, is the heat hits this right here. Instead of the heat going straight up and then hitting right here, the heat's coming up, hitting this, and then rising up right here. And what that does is it sends the airflow through, and it starts doing like this, circling around in here, and then it comes down back into the smoke collector right here. Which that smoke collector, it don't look like it, but it is centered up with this grate right here, even. Give you a better look in there. Goes out that stack, the draft pulls it up, but that's just my thinking. And that's really the reason that I wanted to build my own smoker, was because not everybody's got the best designs. Some people put smaller fire boxes on them. I knew exactly what I wanted, and you know, I wanted to make the tweaks like I wanted to. Initially, I made that exchange back here about 2 inches too small. I went back and cut another 2-inch strip out of that, and then when I was doing my first burn in, like I probably stated in another video, and then it really started drafting real good. You can see I've got a little hot spot right here. But every cooker, I don't care who it is, you're going to have a hot spot right there. So from right here on back, that is a good 7/8 to 3/4 of my grate. It's pretty even. The gasket did work, kind of sealed me off. My door was a little bit buckled. Kind of jumped out right up here on this top corner on both of them. But now that gasket's had time to smash flat, and it's sitting down and sealing off now on both doors. So I don't have no smoke leaking out of them. Not that it was a real big deal anyway. But, you know, it helped. That's good old 1/4 inch thick steel. We'll get her closed up, but yep, that's my thinking of why I wanted to build my own smoker. I wanted to put my design. A lot of people like to cope this out right here and put their firebox up in there. I wanted the firebox to conform to the end and put my exchange directly on the propane tank versus putting it way back here. Putting it way back over there. So that firebox is a 40-inch, 3/8 inch thick, 40 inches long, 24-inch piece of pipe. And then the propane tank dimensions, that's an 8-foot overall length from end to end. And then your smoke collector is 16 inches long. So that's what I wanted in a smoker. And hey, it performed very, very good. So I'm impressed with it. And I'm quit babbling on now. That's say what I need to say, but apologize for not getting a cook video out. That's my dumb ass fault for accidentally deleting the stuff. So it is what it is. Next time I do a video, we'll go through some fire management stuff on there and document it, show you guys how good this thing really runs instead of just hearing about it. But I'll see you guys next time.